Drying and storing your herbs can not only make them last all throughout the winter, but can also save you a lot of money. So joining us to show us how to do, we have Shari Petrucci from the Western Mass Master Gardeners Association. How difficult are drying and storing your own herbs?
Very easy.
Yeah?
Very, very easy. It only takes a few minutes of your time, whether you're collecting them out in your garden or going through the preparation of drying them and storing them. So it's very, very easy, and you save a lot of money. You're getting a lot more choices of what fresh herbs. You know where they're coming from. You know that they're healthy.
See, that's important too.
That is very important now. We don't want pesticides or herbicides in our herb gardens.
So whether people are growing their own or they buy it and they have extra that they've purchased in a packet at the store, there's multiple ways that we can do it. Let's talk about some of the items that we brought here today.
Well, what I brought today is, this is actually a pasta rack for drying fresh made pasta, but I can use it for drying my herbs. I don't have the space, and I'm not a firm believer of hanging them all over your house to dry because spiders can get into them.
Oh yeah, and
cobwebs and things like that. They drop on the floor. So I like to keep the herbs hanging in a place where they can be in a warm, dry place where there's not a lot of humidity or air blowing around like a fan or an air conditioner, and let them dry very slowly. This way can take up to a week.
Is there a point where you know they're done? Is it when they crumble in your hand?
When they crumble in your hand is pretty much what is, but some of your herbs you might want a little drier, and some do dry quicker than others. It depends on the moisture content in the leaf itself. The lavender tends to just dry very quickly and drop off.
So I would imagine the thicker the leaf, the longer it takes. Something like this would take longer than the basil. You're shorter than the basil.
Yes. And if you don't want things dropping off all over the place, then you just use
That's a good idea.
a little bag. Yeah. You punch some holes in it, while it's still closed, so it's so easy, just like that. Open it up, put your herbs in there, and then your herbs aren't drying all over the place. And this way, you can actually store these in closets.
Okay.
So not only are they
so they don't need sun; they just need the
warm
dry.
and dry.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't need sun. Sun will actually probably lighten the color of your herbs. And if you're going to dry them, you want to try and dry them so they keep their color.
That's true. Yeah, there's nothing weirder than a muted green basil leaf.
Yeah. Ugh. Ugh.
So if this isn't up to people's liking, and they have a food dehydrator, this is probably something that you can do just as easily.
Just as easily, especially if you have large batches like I do. This could be from leftovers that I bought from the store, and I don't want to throw it away. I can't put basil in the fridge because it'll turn black within a few hours. So I want to keep the rest, and you lay them out. If it's a leaf, you just lay it out on the tray. If it's a real fine leaf, I tend to keep it on the stem still, because when they're dry, then you just...
Like your rosemaries, your thymes, those kind of
keep
leaves.
them on, and then when they are dry, then you can just strip them off of the stem.
So we put this in the dehydrator.
You put it right in the dehydrator, and this is minutes. This takes only minutes, and there's layers and layers and layers and layers.
So you can do it all in a very speedy fashion.
A very speedy fashion. The key thing is the storage after you've preserved them, because you don't want all your work go to waste.
That's true.
If you have large amounts, like we go through oregano like crazy.
Do you really?
Oh yeah, well we make a lot of Italian dishes
we're
and
a basil
stuff like
family.
that. Yeah, same thing.
So something like this, a tin works?
Yes, you want to block out the light for some things. You can. You don't have to. You can upcycle other like herbs were in this originally. We washed it out, took the label off.
Is it okay that it's clear?
Yes, it is okay, because you're going to store this in a dark
in a
cabinet.
pantry or something like that.
Right, not on your window. But upcycle, reuse things, or if you want, you can buy.
Let's say, ooh, look at these.
Yeah, they're
fancy.
Pretty fancy, and these are not. This still has a little moisture in it because I just washed them.
But as long as you can keep all the air and the moisture out,
they
you'll
have
be in
to
good
be
shape.
airtight. That's right. And what you want to do is, when you put your herbs in a container, write the date, what it is, and these should keep for 1 year.
Oh, perfect.
1 year.
Just in time for you to have your herbs growing lusciously again next summer, and then drying them again.
Yep.
So the process begins and begins again.
Yep, always pick them before they flower. So you have the most optimum flavor in your leaves before they flower. And you can keep snipping and snipping through the summer. You don't have to wait till the end of the summer to do one massive
So dry as you go when you have a little
collection.
bit extra.
Right.
Shari, as always, great tips. Thank you so much for coming to
You're
share them.
welcome.
And if you want even more ways to save, just visit us online, mymassappeal.com.